Good Mood Juice is like the essence. It's the essence of everything that we do here, and it's directly in line with our mission, which is to make your day every day. My name's Sabrina, and I own Bazaar Coffee in downtown Canton. I have always loved coffee. I grew up in a coffee drinking household, and I think I had my first sip of coffee in 8th grade. After that, I fell in love with the coffee culture of coffee shops, and all throughout college and high school, we hung out there, and it was just something that I always wanted to do, was own a coffee shop. The name Bazaar came from a 5 a.m. brainstorm session where I was finally ready to put everything into creating this coffee concept. And of course, the big thing is what to name it. As a painter and as a person who's evolved and changed and have tried to celebrate the things that make me unique, I didn't want to be stuck in the constraints of a name. I wanted something that was evergreen and could grow as an artist would develop and as a brand would grow and change over time. And what better way to do that than to really shed light on the things that make everybody unique. And the word Bazaar popped in my head, and I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I just knew that that was exactly what it needed to be. The process of getting started was really interesting. I was an artist on the side, server, bartender, so is my husband, and I wanted to start this coffee company. So the first thing I did was I found a local roaster who was roasting really small batch, and I said, hey, I want to be involved and I want to start my own coffee brand, but I want to be able to touch and feel and see and be part of it. And I was able to learn a little bit more and actually taste fresh roasted coffee for the first time. And I think that that was the most revolutionary period, because you really can differentiate what you get at a grocery store versus what you buy fresh roasted from a local roaster. And working with somebody really close to us, we were able to adapt two unique roasts for us, and we started at a farmer's market. In fact, we started at the Canton Farmer's Market. We knew that they didn't have a vendor, and it was the first time with a label with my artwork and coffee, and we went out and we just tried. I can't tell you how many times we left disappointed or making no money. And our first farmer's market, it was so well received, and the community showed up, they told their friends, and then they just kept showing up, and they kept just really pouring into us. And it's something that I can't even articulate how cool it is, because I know that not every community is like that. Flash forward to 6 months later, we were signing the lease on our first location in downtown Canton. We wouldn't have any of this if it wasn't for the people of Canton. The person who handles most of the roasting is my husband, so he's learned how to roast throughout this process, and him and a small team do our roasting every week.
You're probably used to seeing coffee as like this beautiful brown colored bean, but I'm not sure if you knew or not, it actually starts out green, and so we call it all green beans. So we'll take our green beans and we actually put it up in the hopper right here, and once we put all the coffee in there and our roaster's up to temperature for drop, we'll go ahead and drop it. Once that happens, it goes into our drum and rotates. So you gotta kind of think of this as like a rotating oven, right? So it'll just rotate and move all the beans and get the heat in there. And the beans will go through a different color change to let you know when the process is about to be there. So it starts off green, and then it goes to like a hay color, and then it turns into a cinnamon, and that lets us know we're about to get to our first crack, where all the development and flavors happen in our coffee. After first crack, and then we've made all of our gas adjustments and our air adjustments and stuff like that, and we did our math equation to make sure we get to the right roast profile, we go ahead and dump it out. And this agitator in here will spin, and it'll cool down all the beans. It's actually very soothing and mesmerizing. You can just watch those beans rotate all day long. Once the beans are nice and cool, we'll go ahead and dump it out, put it into a bin, put it into a bag, and give it to you to enjoy your cup at home. We got beans from Brazil, Papua New Guinea, Nicaragua, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Colombia. We like to do a variety of coffee, and we roast everything from a light to a dark roast and everywhere in between.
My favorite part about downtown Canton and our shop is it's just so cute and cozy, and it being in a historic building, it has those roots, and it's been through such an evolution. Like, the shop that people see today is not what we walked into 4 years ago. And we really poured our heart and soul into that. I mean, every dollar, every penny went back into the business. There were so many nights that I was there till 12 in the morning painting and adding these little touches on it. And it's really special. The cool thing about this community and Cherokee County as a whole is they also really pour into incubating small businesses. So we were lucky enough that the more time we spent in Canton, we were exposed to other programs that people had to offer. Things like NAV, the North Atlanta Venture Mentoring Services, where we were lucky enough to pitch our business for the first time and talk to executives in a room, and work really closely with some of the mentors on their team. And having those people to talk to and to hold your hand a little bit during that process, I think is super beneficial. And I think that more communities should adopt programs like that. I think that it's really, really, really important in every community to have a location, a place where people feel like they can come, no matter where you come from, no matter what you're bringing with you, that you walk in here and that person's only job is to make your day and make you happy. I think life is really hard for a lot of people, and if we continue to do what we do, then we'll be that space for you, always. It's a place that you can count on. And we believe in the transfer of energy. So, you know, our baristas are making the drink, they're putting this love, they're putting this attention into it, and just that transfer of energy to you, you get the finished product, and it's the good mood juice, and you're set for your day. It is the thing, and it will continue to be the thing. I think bizarre to me means everything. It's everything that I've ever dreamed of or wanted as an entrepreneur. It's a pillar in the community, and I want it to continue to be so, whether we're in Woodstock or in another location. It's a legacy for our family. It's the lifeblood in what we do here.